Okay, let's see. I would like to go over my system. Well, this is the system of transmission of electrical energy. This is the schematic that was done by Nikola Tesla in the early 1900s for how to broadcast electrical power using high frequencies. So basically what I'm going to show you here is his here in his schematic he has his generator, which creates his power. He uses that generator to pulse around this his primary here that transfers it to the secondary, increasing the frequency by depending on the amount of turns he has in his secondary. And then he has the connected to a ground plate and to an aerial. So it broadcasts, picks it up by this one. Both of these coils have to be tuned to the exact same frequency. That's what makes the system work. This Tesla coil broadcasts the frequency by ramping it up by a certain amount of turns. This one has the exact same amount of turns, and it picks up that frequency. And then here you have the same amount of primary turns, and in this case on his schematic he has the other side connected to an earth ground the same way. And so the frequency comes down this into this, it actually comes into the secondary, and then it's picked up by the, I guess it would be the primary on this one, but technically it's the secondary. So on his schematic, you'll see here he's got an L and an M. That stands for lights. He's powering lights and motors with his schematic. That's the system of transmission of electrical energy. There's another way to look at it. Here's my version of how I've put the device together. Let's see here. You have here's an earth ground. You have it coming into one coil, going up the transformer to the toroid or the sphere on top, and it is being powered by a 10 kilovolt transformer with a small homemade foil capacitor and a spark gap that increases the pulses around that sends a pulse of electromagnetic pulse around this ring, transferring that to the secondary coil, ramping up the frequency to a very, very high frequency. That frequency is then broadcasted and picked up by this coil, which are tuned to the exact same frequency. The trick is both coils on the primary and the secondary have to be tuned to the exact same frequency. And then you'll have the pickup, the step down transformer and the pickup coils. So here there's two capacitors and the small light bulb. Same exact setup, same exact thing. Okay, so that's what you're seeing, and here I'm going to show you how it works. Here's my system. There's my two identically wound transformers. This is going to be the power source over here. There's my 10 kilovolt transformer and my homemade capacitor. There's a spark gap. There's the primary. You can see the little tiny primary that I have on there, and the very large secondary that goes to a sphere on top. And the second one is an identical twin pair. So it has basically the exact same thing. It has a sphere on top. It's connected to a large secondary and then connected to the ground. Here's the ground wire, and off of the primary you will see that I have it connected to these two wires. Oops. And then that is to our capacitor, and these will be the lights that we will be lighting up. I can only run the circuit for a very small amount of time because there's a good chance that it will mess with the camera, and I actually ruined one of my other cameras with one of my larger Tesla coils in a video. So I'm not going to show you very long how it works, but I will show you this is the wireless transmission of electrical energy. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on. And right now we are transferring enough electrical energy wirelessly to light these little bulbs. It's not a lot, but these are two 15-watt bulbs, and that is the wireless transmission of electrical energy. That is actually transferring enough energy through the primary of that coil to light these light bulbs over here. They're not lit up very well, but they are lit up. Okay. And I think I needed to get a better earth ground because down in the basement I don't have a very good earth ground, so that is why the bulb is not getting the best light. The better the earth ground, the more power transmission I'll get. But there it is, wireless transmission.